So the last 3 weeks of WWF Raw is War have been absolutely fucking marvellous. So surely this pay-per-view is going to be brilliant. Oh God, isn't it? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. It's another episode of 1998. Was it great? Only a few more of these left, believe it or not. Tonight, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be looking at WWF In Your House Judgment Day. Now, as I said at the very start of this video, the last 3 weeks of Raw have been rather fantastic because of the Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin storyline. I've got a paragraph of notes I just want to share with you because these are fucking gold. So the night after the last pay-per-view, which of course was Breakdown, McMahon planned to present the WWF Championship to either Undertaker or Kane in a mid-ring ceremony. This was until we got a classic Attitude Era moment as Austin crashed the ceremony, quite literally, as it turned out. He rode a Zamboni into the arena. A Zamboni, for those who don't know, is a machine that's used to clean and resurface ice skating rinks. He leapt onto McMahon and got some shots in before being dragged away and sent off to jail by the police. A legitimate classic moment. Okay? Vince then made his way back to the ring and refused to award either of the brothers, the champion, saying our deal was, I'll get one of you the championship, you keep Austin away from me. And that's 3 times in the last 3 weeks that Austin has attacked me. So the deal's off. He makes it Undertaker versus Kane at this pay-per-view at Judgment Day with Austin as the guest referee. He says that working with the brothers is like dealing with the handicapped. One's physical, one's mental. Undertaker is less than impressed with this and says, you better watch your ass. Quite literally, you better watch your ass. Can I start watching it yet? No, that's been silly and facetious, isn't it? Because if you get out of line with either of us again, you will be the one who is handicapped. Undertaker turns around, Vince McMahon flips into the double bird, turns around, Undertaker turns around. Oh no, he got caught. And Vince McMahon proceeds to have his ankle shattered by Undertaker and Kane with the ring steps as the place goes berserk. Quite interestingly, they used the Winged Eagle title belt in this their title ceremony, and I don't know why. So if someone can come and let me know in the comments down below, I'd be very grateful. A week after that, well, Vince McMahon was carted off to hospital, wasn't he? He received 2 infamous visitors. The first one was Mick Foley, who turned up with Yerple the Clown, and we got to see the debut of some character called Mr. Socko. I'm sure at the time it was just a sock with a face on the hand. Mr. Socko, say hello to Mr. Socko. I'm sure nobody knew what Mr. Socko would become in the months and years to come. But also his second visitor was one Dr. Austin, who of course came in dressed as a doctor, somehow managed to get into the hospital, and in one of the absolute best Attitude Era, best known, best loved Attitude Era moments that there is, Austin proceeds to batter Vince McMahon and his shattered leg, and then hit him with a bedpan, which in my opinion is still the best weapon shot you'll ever see in wrestling, and then proceed to hit, ram something up his arse, doesn't he? I haven't written that down on my notes, but I've just remembered, you're just like, yeah, you violated me, Austin, shoved something up his arse. Absolutely classic. Mick will be using Mr. Socko as part of the Mandible Claw the very next week on Raw, by the way. Anyway, in the main event, Rock pinned Undertaker with a rock bottom, and there was tension between the brothers. Takefield and Kane should have been there for him. A week later, Vince drove to Raw, showed that he was all fit and all healthy and all ready to go. He drove to Raw in one of his prize Corvettes, Austin, and had a personal invitation. Austin had a personal invitation from Vince to be there that night. Austin did turn up on Raw. Oh yes, he did. He brought a cement truck with him, and he filled up Vince McMahon's prize Corvette with cement, as Jim Ross called it. And it was another classic example of why the Attitude Era sometimes was fucking brilliant. 3 weeks on the spin, you get a genuinely classic moment. You had to tune into Raw to see what was coming next. This was fucking awesome. McMahon came to the ring with his new bodyguard, the Big Boss Man, and made it that if Austin wouldn't count the 4 at Judgment Day, Vince would fire his ass. Oh yes, in 3 weeks. It's only been 3 weeks since Breakdown, right? So all that has happened in those 3 weeks. You will apologise. I have to apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you can tell by my voice. I am absolutely full of a cold. So if I have to blow my nose or wipe my nose, I'm just going to go off camera like that. It saves editing. So, waffled on for too long, have we not? It's the 18th of October, 1998, and we are live at the Rosemont Horizon, which of course home to WrestleMania 13, Money in the Bank 2011, and many, many, many more in Rosemont, Illinois. 18,153 fans are on hand. You missed four dark matches. Fucking A, 4. Steve Blackman defeating Bradshaw, the Oddities defeating Los Barriquas, the Godfather defeating Farouk, and Scorpio defeating Jeff Jarrett. I am gutted I missed any of those, let alone 4 of them. Buy rate for this one, 327,000 buys. Bear that figure in mind, right, when I tell you how many buys the Survivor Series does next month. In the opening contest, Al Snow defeating Marc Mero, and it's in the alright opener, to be honest. So, Snow gets on the mic, but Mero's music hits immediately, and it sounds like a bit of a production gaffe, to be honest. He was meant to go a promo, and then Mero was going to come out, but Mero's music just hits for someone's fucked up in the back, you know. But Snow does do a promo, and you can't really hear what it's talking about, but I'm gonna guess it's something to do with head. Not sure what's happening here, because on Raw, Al Snow's been feuding with Jeff Jarrett. And so, you're wondering why, as I'm writing this, out comes Jeff Jarrett to distract Al Snow so that Marc Mero can get a few blows in. 6 minutes into the show, by the way, the bell starts. Compare that to Halloween Havoc, which was, 15 minutes, 16 minutes? Big Sable chant goes up. Nice power slam by Mero. Okay, DDT and moonsault by Snow, but he's distracted by Jackie, so Mero goes low and hits a DDT for 2. Jackie chokes with the rope, so Mero can get a lovely moonsault press for 2. Snow comes back with a headbutt, eats a clothesline. Jim Ross says one of the best bits of commentary I've ever heard in any match ever, which is, both men would love to get a victory here. And you're sat there going, this man's paid for this. I could have fucking told you that. It's one of those, well, obviously, why would you be having the match if you don't want to win? What a stupid thing to say. Insecure in a set bomb by Snow, who doesn't cover, who talks to Head, who tells him to do a moonsault, obviously, because that's what he does, and it misses, so Mero can cradle for 2. Samoan drop and a shooting star press misses. Cover gets 2 as Mero gets 2 on the ropes, and Tico counters into the slow power for the win. Pretty hard to rate this one because the action was alright, there was nothing sloppy, there was nothing bad, but it felt very, very slow, and the crowd were not into this one in the slightest, which is a theme that we will talk about more in a bit. On Heat, we saw the Stooges blocking Austin from getting to the wrestler's dressing room. Why? Because he's not a wrestler, obviously. He's a referee tonight. I like that. I have no issue with it at all. LOD 2000 defeating the DOA in a raw-bish 6-man tag team match 6 days ago. It was the New Age Outlaws versus the Legion of Doom. Hawk was providing commentary for the DOA, came out and battered Hawk, and so it turned into a massive brawl. So we've got some story here. DOA have Paul Hellering competing with them. So you've got 8-Ball, Skull, and Paul Hellering versus Animal, Hawk, and Droz. And at no point is it mentioned in this one that DOA have a disadvantage, for example. We've got 2 wrestlers and a manager versus 3 wrestlers, but fuck it, why not? LOD, you've got Hawk's drug and alcohol problems. I think we'll talk about more about that in the Survivor Series, because the shoving off the Titantron's coming up, isn't it, on Raw? So both LOD members have full heads of hair, which is a bit strange. Yeah, you can probably tell I'm not actually interested in this match at all. That's why I'm telling you about things like this. I mean, for example, I'm watching this with my good friend Danny Ace, and he spends this match telling me the contents of the WWF Best of In Your House DVD. That's how good this one is. Honestly, it really isn't. Droz is your face in peril. He gets a DDT, tags in Hawk, no reaction at all. P6 brawl, crowd pop, a crap looking Doomsday device, and then check this, right? Excuse me, the Legion of Doom do the Doomsday device and then celebrate, right? They don't pin, they celebrate. So Droz goes, but I want to win the match. So pins him. Not the legal man. Jim Ross points out that he's not the legal man. But then, that gets the win, right? And the Legion of Doom are pissed off with Droz because he won the match. I don't know why. Match was just made no, that didn't interest me in the slightest. Finish made no sense at all. Next. Best match of the night is Christian defeating Taka Michinoku in a good match to win the Light Heavyweight Championship. So, Christian's debut match, this one. He had distracted Edge in it. There was a European title number contenders match between Edge and D'Lo Brown. Christian had distracted Edge during that match, so Brown would get the win, and was revealed to be Edge's brother at that moment. Then he and Gangrel attack Edge after it was Gangrel versus Val Venis, and Edge had hit the ring, and then Christian and Gangrel attacked. Yeah, here we go. So, interesting this one, because you've got, it's heel versus heel, isn't it? Because Taka's got Yamaguchi-san with him, and obviously Christian's got Gangrel with him. So I'm going to guess that Edge is like the default babyface in peril, despite, I don't know babyface in peril. This is the babyface in this one, despite not actually being here. So yeah, match no build. We haven't seen Taka. More than what I've said, Taka's just out there. He's just, they thought, hey, maybe we can put a belt on him. What belt can we have? Well, Taka's not doing anything. He hasn't been on Raw at all, as far as I remember, in the last 3 weeks. So Taka starts strong with a spinning heel kick and a really nice plancher as Edge is thrown in the crowd. So yeah, Edge will be your babyface in this match. Christian takes control of the reverse DT as the crowd chant for Edge, proving me right. Christian continues with a pair of suplex and a facebuster and a chinlock to show the people in his debut what an evil fuck that he actually is. Taka hits a dive to the outside and goes splat. Yeah, completely misses. It's horrible. Then when she did one, yeah, really nice plancher. Yeah, I said that, didn't I? It really was lovely. It's no-handed as well. Christian with a get the fuck down powerbomb that only gets 2. Obviously, why would that get away? Christian misses a headbutt off the top in one of those. Why would you do that? All right, you've done your powerbomb, and it's a really nice get the fuck down powerbomb. That didn't get the win. What move shall I do next? I know. I'll do a diving headbutt that won't miss at all. And it's obviously because I know it's high risk. So a diving headbutt is more powerful than a powerbomb. Fuck off. Don't get that one in the slightest. Christian misses a headbutt off the top, like I say. Taka gets a nice dropkick and a lovely Asai moonsault to the outside. Some chops by Taka, followed by a crossbody, which Christian rolls through for 2. A roll-up also gets 2 for Taka. The Michinoku driver is countered, so Taka gets a double dropkick to the face. Leg sweep gets 2 for Christian. Tornado DDT by Taka. He wants a driver again, and this is one of the things that really bothers me about this match. Christian counters the driver into a roll-up, which gets the win. For fuck's sake, and the belt at 8 minutes 34. Another one that's hard to rate because the action was pretty decent. Both men looked good. They both got 50% of the offense. Both men got a lot of offense, but the crowd was as uninterested as they could possibly be. And I've got two thoughts concerning the finish. Surely, first one, if you've got a heel manager on the outside, you can have him interfere to win on your debut. That's not a bad thing. But surely, more importantly, surely, and I really mean this one, surely on your debut, you want to win. If you're going to get, they gave him a clean win at the end of the day. It wasn't a distraction or anything. So if you're going to have a clean win, hit your finisher so we can establish your finisher as dangerous. Surely. Okay, I'm going to go 3 stars though. The match was actually, it's the best of the night by a country mile. It's alright. Gangrel defeating Val Venis in a piss poor match. Dustin Runnels reverted back to his Goldust persona the night after breakdown. He cut a few promos, but wasn't actually seen on camera. And then last week on Raw, he interrupted a match. Oh, sorry, Val Venis had lost a match to Ken Shamrock. Goldust, I would have said Gandalf then. Fucking A, full of the cold, I'm allowed. I say what the fuck I like, really, can't I? Yeah, Goldust comes out, hits Val Venis with Shattered Dreams, which is quite appropriate, I think. Bear in mind, Val Venis is the porn star. Val is surely a heel here. He stole the girl, didn't he? But he acts like a babyface. In one of those things I really buzz off. Goldust interrupts the hello, ladies, which is, I think, a nice little touch. And it proves my point that, he is a babyface here. Brawl around the outside to start us off with Val being dropped face first onto the ring steps. Val gets a crossbody off the top to the outside, which is nice. And then inside, Goldust gets a slingshot belly back suplex. I don't know if that makes sense, but it almost gets Val Venis almost like he's going to do an atomic drop, but then bounces him off the ropes into the belly fat suplex. It's lovely. The crowd are silent as they go back and forth until Goldust misses. Oh, it's like Goldberg then. Fuck. Goldust misses a spear almost again and goes into the ring post. So Val Venis works the shoulder like a boss with an armbar, then a hammerlock slam, and then an arm scissors, and then a key lock. I enjoy it. The crowd don't, obviously. I mean, Jesus Christ, you've got a silent crowd that have been silent for 3 matches now. What should we do to get the crowd on side? Should we do some crazy spots? No. We'll do some fucking psychologically sound technical wrestling. Why not? Goldust comes back with a crossbody, doesn't bother selling the shoulder because that would be silly. So Val gets an arm breaker and a Russian leg sweep and a power slam. He goes up top, gets a suplex for 2. He goes back up top but misses an elbow landing. Oh, sorry. Goldust does the suplex, sorry. He goes up top, Goldust does, misses an elbow landing on the injured arm. Walks into a sleeper, which is, again, it's the same point. Dead crowd, why do a move like that? Why? Of course, a sleeper is a heels move, so he shows what a cunt Val really is here. Goldust comes back with a sleeper of his own, but of course, because he's a babyface, Val suplexes it. Into a suplex. Bulldog by Dust, and here comes Terry for the distraction, but it backfires when Val is whipped into it, puts the brakes on, referee tells Terry to get down, so Goldust boots Val Venis in the testicles. It's not even a shattered dreams, it's just a straight up low blow, and that gets the win at 12 minutes and 9 seconds. I really didn't like this. As you're probably going, Mark, what the fuck? Psychology, baby, you love all that. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and here is the thing. If you stole my missus, right, which of course is what Val Venis has done in storyline here. If you stole my missus, I would take an iron to your face and beat you until you are goo. I wouldn't put a key lock on and put on a technically sound match. If there's a grudge feud, if this is a grudge match, and it is, you don't have a technical masterpiece. It doesn't work like that. Okay? The crowd are utterly uninterested, and of course that finish is bollocks. So 1 star if you're very nice, no more. Michael Cole shows footage of Ken Shamrock and Triple H beating each other up on Sunday Night Heat because of course Triple H has relinquished the Intercontinental Championship since our last pay-per-view, and so last week on Raw we had a 1-night tournament to crown a new Intercontinental Champion won by Ken Shamrock. Triple H has had to present the belt and is not very happy about this fact. So Triple H has been taken to hospital. X-Pac comes along and says that he will deal with Kenneth tomorrow night on Raw, and tonight he's going to win the European Championship, which is true actually because X-Pac defeating D'Lo Brown in a piss-poor match to win the European Championship. Brown won the tournament to face... It's not piss-poor, but it's not great. Brown won the tournament to face X-Pac a couple of weeks back and won the championship after Mark Henry rammed X-Pac into the ring post. Tonight, it's dark. I'm not actually able to see what it is, am I? Tonight is the rematch. Brown is being billed from Milan, Italy, which is funny. So, okay, so D'Lo controls to silence. What is it with this fucking crowd? After a few minutes, right, there's a tiny D'Lo sucks chant, but it is very small. Pac comes back to some kicks that put Brown in the corner, so the crowd stir for the Bronco Buster, but Pac jumps ball first onto Brown's outstretched leg, and for some reason that really makes me smile. Chinlock by Brown. Crowd pop for a running powerbomb, which gets 2 for Brown. He also rolls through a crossbody and locks on a chinlock because he's an evil fuck. It's going to be an ambulance, isn't it? It always is. Yeah, it is. It's going past the house. Right there, look, there it goes. Ambulance, and everyone's moving out of its way, and I've lost my fucking place. Chinlock, maybe? Pac takes a nasty bump when he tries the Bronco Buster again in the corner and basically falls down on his neck. That is horrible. We got a nice little bit of psychology though, as Brown gets 2 off a backbreaker, then puts on a Texas Cloverleaf. So with the powerbomb that he did earlier on, that's working the back, and of course his sky high finisher, it also lands hard on the back. So it's all good. I've got no problem with that. The crowd come alive with a big D'Lo sucks chant. He goes up top and attempts a somersault, which misses, allowing Pac to come back with a spin kick and a fine close, and finally get the Bronco Buster gets a monstrous pop. Really does. China punches Brown for a 2 count, and the referee is bumped. Nice back suplex by Pac, and here comes Mark Henry, who is suing China for sexual harassment at the Attitude Era. Brown gets and uses the title belt so Henry can put the ref in, but it only gets 2 to another big pop. Sloppy powerbomb gets 2 for Brown. He goes up top and attempts something. No idea what he attempts, because he's not trying the lowdown or anything like that. It just comes off like forward so that X-Pac can counter into the X Factor, which gets the win. Match was okay, I suppose, but it was way too long because it went 13 minutes 50 seconds. And the thing is, the first 7, 8... Oh, what have I done with my fucking tissue? Shit. Oh, my nose is starting to run. Oh, it's there. Cool. Right, the first 7, 8 minutes, right, felt like... You know the way old matches on Raw last 3 minutes, yeah? A really fast-paced match. Well, this one felt like they had the 3 minutes, but they had to stretch it out to like 7 or 8 minutes. The last couple of minutes were nice, though. It was a bit overbooked, though, and once again, apart from 2 occasions, this crowd were uninterested. What's with this? We'll talk about the crowd at the end, but because I've got a theory. But I mean, oh man, yeah, not great. It was all right, but not great. Michael Cole says that the rumor going around that Paul Bearer has been seen going into Undertaker's dressing room, and then the Headbangers cut a truly horrible promo saying that they are the New Age Outlaws are doing the JOB on the PPV. Fuck off, insider terms. Fuck off. The Headbangers defeating the New Age Outlaws in a rubbish match. There's been tension in D-Generation X. A couple of weeks ago, the night after Breakdown, Billy Gunn was vexed in a tag match and bailed on DX. Not just on Road Dogg, but on all of them. Just fucked off out of the arena. A week later, Road Dogg was in a match. He brought a blow-up doll out, a blow-up sex doll, and posed as Billy Gunn and all that. But then, during the aforementioned match with the Legion of Doom last week on Raw, everything was fine. Everything was absolutely fine. And so, judging by the entrances, everything's fine tonight. Hooray! Headbangers jump the Outlaws, but it makes no difference as the D-Generation X members take control. Girls squeal for Gunn as he takes his top off. Yay! But then goes deathly quiet again. New Age Outlaws control with fast tags until the Bangers take over so Dog can be your degenerate in peril. With Gunn acting as cheerleader constantly on the apron, he tries to keep the crowd noise up, so that helps. And the thing is, it's not even a degenerate in peril really, is it? Because there's no tags between the Headbangers, he's just a bit of a beatdown. Actual hot tag to Gunn, which again dies instantly, and now it's Gunn who is your outlaw in peril. Bit is cheating from the Bangers, quick tags, and this is more like it, this crowd still don't care, until Mosh popped on an armbar. And then do you know what this crowd who have been silent for the entire show do? They do the entire Outlaws intro spiel on the microphone. The entire thing. I notice it when I hear the crowd go, "Tag Team Champions of the World!" And you start going, people don't just shout that. So you sort of listen hard. They do the entire thing. They do honestly, the entire thing. They do all of it. They do all of Billy Gunn's bit. If you ain't got, we've got 2 words for you, and your whole crowd goes, "Suck it," and go, "Where's this coming from, you weird people?" Nice place back suplex by Gunn, who tries to tag in Dog. Thrasher cuts him off. That makes Dog mad, so he gets a boombox and smashes it into Thrasher's face, getting the disqualification of 14 minutes. Now, you know me. I have a 2-star match rating for generic tag team match. This, unfortunately, doesn't get that, because it just doesn't deserve it. If you're feeling really nice, you'll give this one half a star. The match was so uninteresting. Too long. Way too long. And it was boring as sin. I've got no reason to care about the Headbangers. They've been doing nothing this year. So, and it's like, where's the dissension gone? There was, starting to be tension between the Outlaws, and that's just vanished. All right, okay. Cole is an idiot. Michael Cole says he can confirm that Paul Bearer is now in Kane's locker room, and then says that it's an unconfirmed report. This pay-per-view. Mick Foley interrupts and cuts a promo about Ken Shamrock, and he does it with Socko being Ken Shamrock. So now after Breakdown, Ken Shamrock and Mankind. Ken Shamrock defeated. I missed the line there completely. I'm full of a cold. Ken Shamrock. Did I mention I'm full of a cold? Ken Shamrock defeated Mankind in a match to retain the IC Championship. So, now to break down, these two teamed up with The Rock to face the brothers in a handicap match before the bell. They all three started having a big brawl. Amazingly, when the match actually settled down, The Rock pinned Undertaker clean with a rock bottom, believe it or not. Match was signed for the pay-per-view, and then Ken cost Mankind his semi-finals match in the IC title tournament last week, and battered his opponent X-Pac at the same time. It's one of those things I should have mentioned earlier on, yeah? In the semi-finals, Ken attacked X-Pac, right, and Mankind with a chair, really fucking X-Pac's ankle up, and then won the match with an ankle lock. So you had a little storyline developing there. You could have had X-Pac come out of his match, tonight with D'Lo Brown, selling the ankle, couldn't you? Nah, fuck that. Anyway, back and forth at the start. Neither man can get the advantage. Kane gets a Rana, so Mick comes back with the mandible claw. Ken bails to escape it. And as for everything tonight, this crowd is utterly uninterested in this entire match. They brawl on the outside where the referee stops Mankind using a chair. Ken kicks the chair into Mick's face and then grabs the chair and bashes it into Mick's face in front of the referee. No disqualification whatsoever, because why would there be? I don't understand. Ken takes control, working Mick's right hand, aka his mandible claw hand. We like that. That's some good shit. Mankind bites the hand to counter. Bites the head to counter. Belly to belly by Ken, who goes into his zone for a second before walking into a double arm DDT. Fucking stupid. Fucking daft. Mankind takes control with an elbow in the corner, leg drop and the apron. And get this, right? A cactus elbow off the apron to the outside, which gets two things, right? First things first, the crowd don't make a sound for it. I bet Mick was on the floor going, but that always gets a pop. Nothing at all. Even better, Ken Shamrock no-sells the shit out of it. He hits a power slam into the steps. Inside the ring, we get an ankle lock. Mankind gets the ropes. So a second ankle lock, and I'm still not sure how I feel about this finish. As Mick, instead of tapping out to the ankle lock, he won't tap out. He puts the mandible claw on himself and passes out instead. Innovative, if nothing else. Not a bad match per se, but no real storytelling, no real selling. Match went 14 minutes. And again, the crowd were as uninterested as they can be. And to annoy me, though, after the match, right, Ken attacks the referee. And then, oh, goddamn, Mick puts Mr. Socko, a mandible claw, on Ken, and the place goes bonkers. Oh, it's weird. Cole wants to talk to Mr. McMahon in the back, but Bossman's having none of it. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. Yeah. Oh, it's just it's half a star, 1.5. 1.5 I actually got them written down here. It's all right in the scheme of things, all right? So, yeah, Cole is backstage. He wants to talk to Mr. McMahon, but Bossman is having absolutely none of it. Mark Henry defeating The Rock in a rubbish match. I'd forgotten that the nation was over by this point. So Owen Hart's gone off to be the Blue Blazer. Godfather's gone off pimping. D'Lo Brown is the European champion now, isn't he? Or was. Yeah, and Mark Henry is infatuated with China and has got a sexual harassment suit against her or something. This is one of those ones where it's like, I want to see where this goes, but I know where it goes because we're going to get Tammy and sweet Jesus, you got a penis and all that. It's, oh, no. Another one? Seriously? That one was an ambulance. What do you reckon this one is? Oh yeah, before the match starts, Mark Henry reads China a poem, and it's atrocious. But at least Mark Henry has shown some personality, is what I've got written here. That's something, isn't it? Try to do a vid. Full of a cold. I want to go and have a lie down. I'm doing this for the people. I didn't even see what it was after all that. Rock gets a suplex. The first move in this match is oh, it's an ambulance just gone past me there. Oh, thank you. He turned the sirens off. Fuck yes! More ambulance drivers should do that, yeah? Rock, yeah, first move of the match. Now, I'm pretty certain that a suplex on a big guy, a super heavyweight, if you will, like Mark Henry, they should tease it now. Fuck it. Suplex is the first move. Henry takes over that after that boring, slow offense until Rock can get two off a sloppy-looking DDT. He then does a scoop slam like it's nothing, hits the people's elbow, but here comes D'Lo Brown to distract, allowing Mark Henry to hit a big splash for the win, with Brown holding the feet at just 5 minutes and 6 seconds. This match felt like it lasted 20 minutes and was boring, and the crowd didn't give a flying fuck. I will say this, yeah, Rock did get one hell of a pop when he came out. And my thinking here is that, oh God, I hope this is what they were thinking as well, is that Rock was in line for a super push. It didn't matter if he lost at this point. The only thing that they could derail Rock's push would, I don't know, turn him heel or something like that, and they wouldn't do that. That'd be fucking stupid. So yeah, they're going to try and get some of Rock's already building star power and hope that it rubs onto fucking Henry, because I mean, I hope that's the thinking here, because I mean, this match was 100 shades of bullshit, wasn't it? Terrible. And then finally we get to our main event as Kane and The Undertaker fought to a no contest. Austin gets the biggest pop of the night by a country fucking mile, and he comes out last. Obviously, he's the ref, shouldn't come out last. Just before we go on here, because I don't have a lot to say about this match, for some people, a lot of people out there seem to hear the words Undertaker versus and Kane and think, oh yeah, that's going to be amazing. And for some reason, people think that Undertaker versus Kane from the Attitude Era is a good match, and every single time it's always rubbish. We've discovered doing this series that even their WrestleMania match is pretty overrated when you think about it, isn't it? And let's be honest here. This is the important thing. The match here is irrelevant. They're having a match, right, because they have to. What's important in this match is the last 5 minutes to see what Austin does. He's been told, if you don't make the count, you will be fired. So he's got to make the count, or something, or get fired. We're going to see what happens at the end. They give this match 17 fucking minutes, of which they could have trimmed off 10 minutes quite easily and get the same satisfaction out of the finish. I guarantee it. So Austin fucks with the counts, right? Check this out. He counts slowly or fast, depending on who it is and what mood he's in. Taker works the leg of Kane for an age. 10 minutes at least. And I know you're thinking, Mark, you love psychology. You love it when a man focuses on a body part. Yeah, but the dude's got to sell it, and Kane doesn't sell it once. Not once. After 10 minutes of offense with all kinds of, everything is on the leg. Kane comes back, doesn't bother selling the leg once. Taker is whipped into Austin, so the brothers can attack Austin. They chokeslam. Kane chokes on Stone Cold. Chokeslam for Taker by Kane, and here comes Paul Bearer. He's got a chair. He wants to use it to take out Taker, but he hits Kane in the back. Kane obviously no-sells it, because you're just a little man, aren't you? Just a manager. Chair shot for Kane by Taker, and Austin won't count. Hits the stunner to a monster pop, and then counts both men's shoulders down and declares himself the winner. Yay! Match is fucking terrible. It's actually offensive, because you start going, this is awful. And yes, it's a -1 star. It's got no redeeming factors whatsoever. It really hasn't. But Austin goes backstage to find McMahon and can't, so he goes back to the ring. Pointless. And Vince gets on the mic and fires Austin. Hooray! And that was that. That was the pay-per-view. Let me tell you something later, folks. Remember in the Attitude Era? Sorry, I sound like such a scally when I say that. I may have a cold, but come on, say it properly. Remember in the Attitude Era, it's got 3 T's in it. Everyone's entrance music is over, and everyone's catchphrase is over. And you really feel with this pay-per-view that the actual wrestling bit is so unimportant. If you've got a catchphrase and you've got good entrance music, you get a pop. But that's the only time that people popped on this whole show, was during Austin's entrance, Austin hitting the stunner, and when people did their catchphrases like you saw with the New Age Outlaws. Honestly, folks, this is shit in so many ways. I joke that, you know how bad this show is, right? This show is so bad, I feel bad that I only rated Halloween Havoc 1.5 out of 10. Alright? I now want to go and give it 3 or even 4 because it had 3 matches on it that were 2 stars or above. This show has 1 match that reaches higher than 1.5. Just the one. Everything else is rubbish. And what's so much worse, folks, is that I went into this one on such a high. This is going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to this one. And it was awful. It was rubbish. This show was fucking shit. In every way, shape or form, this was rubbish. I promise you this much, yeah. I will never watch the show again. I never ever want to watch the show ever again. 1998, was it great? Tell you something, folks, this one wasn't. And the last one wasn't. And we know Survivor Series is shite and rock bottom shit, actually, now I think about it. Fuck's sake, sort yourselves out, WWF. My friend Joey, you know him as Coal Miners Glove, actually put, this is where it starts. This is where the rot sets in. And it's not until Royal Rumble 2000 where the WWF really starts getting good again. And I'm kind of inclined to agree with him, because Royal Rumble's got some alright moments and SummerSlam's got some alright moments, but everything's so shit from now for a long, long time, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave me a lovely comment down below. I'd really like that. And if you want to hit that like button, I'd appreciate that as well. Check out my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter. I've been Marc P. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. I've got a cold, if you didn't know. Still did a bit. Take it easy, guys.